I don't want to talk about what I have brewing in my brain, because then that means I won't ever actually get the idea done. So I'm not going to talk about it, even though I really want to. So I'll just talk about it off stream. Sorry, chat.
In fairness, it's a good idea.
I rarely feel like I hit a brain blast with my level of understanding media and media analysis. So I gotta jump on I gotta jump on the one that I feel like I get and I understand. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm a
sure.
little dummy.
Also, I wish you could see my menus, but I did it. I can see it. I've checked record time lapse. I fucking did it. Don't worry about it. I did it. Adam Nation, come get your food. Hello, it's me, Adam Nation. You're not the only Adam fan. There's more than one.
I like Adam.
I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna... reverse the direction, because I want to emphasize the right sides here. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass for my stupid brain, because... But it'll be fine. I'm doing alright. I'm a little tired. But I'm always a little tired.
It is
But to say fun.
early in the morning.
Well, it's early in the morning, and fun fact, mental illness will do that to you. As much as I love Adam, Drake is creeping up as a close second. It's true.
Oh, the bar needs to be fixed, because we should be at 226, right?
Oh, god damn it. I'll fix it later. It is Friday the 13th. Hello, James. I keep thinking about, like, there is a part of me that wants to break Adam down further into smaller pieces, but I feel like that'll make his design too busy.
I think it'll be too busy. It doesn't make a ton of sense from a construction standpoint.
Because there's
It sounds like it would just be like to do it.
Well, part of it's because from like a design aspect, when he wears clothes, you can't really see how broken up he is. You can't see how many pieces he's in. So part of me's like, oh, if I, like, make a couple of his fingers, like, other hands as well, then that'll translate a little better. But then I feel like, again, that'd be too busy. Because yeah, again, you can only really tell how, like, broken up his body is when he's, topless, which...
I think that adds texture to Adam's character, if you care about my opinion at all.
Of course I do, it's why I brought it up.
Because, like, my brain gets stuck on the logistical side. So, like, yeah, it would read clear at a glance from his design, aside from his eyeballs, if people have read the book. But, like, yeah, you don't want to, work-wise, you don't want to make it too busy. You don't want it to be too busy in general from a design perspective, not just from a workload. And, like, if you're gonna make a monster, if you're gonna make a man from many different parts, I would imagine you'd want to keep it minimize as many parts as humanly possible.
True.
From a logistical standpoint in universe.
Well, because the bit as well is that internally he's like way more people.
Which would make sense. Internally he's way more people, but in terms of like limbs and making sure they're about the same length and things like that, he would I feel like there would be less big pieces. Adam does not have DID as far as I'm aware.
No, he's a Frankenstein's monster. He's literally made of different people.
Yeah, he's made of dudes.
I want to get the, it's one of the, like, things in the details of his design that I keep trying to incorporate and feeling like I don't quite get, because I feel like outside of a few particular poses, you won't really see it.
That's what the CGs are for, baby.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, like, outside of a few particular poses, you won't quite notice it. And even in the CGs, you probably won't. But the idea is that his arms and legs are slightly different lengths. Like, one arm is slightly shorter than the other, one leg is slightly shorter than the other. And the main reason, unironically, that I thought about that was when I was thinking about it, I remembered that my great-grandmother, after her hip surgery, or was it her hip or her knee? I don't remember. She had some surgery done on her legs when she was older, and they fucked it up just a little bit, so one leg was longer than the other. By, like, I don't know, maybe an inch.
So a lot.
Yeah, which doesn't seem like a lot, but is a lot. So she had to wear special lifts in her shoes. So that she wouldn't, like, tip over. Yeah, I think he has a mobility aid.
Yeah.
I think he's in the same boat as, like, a lot of people, where he doesn't, like... To say he doesn't need it is wrong, but, like, he can walk without it, but, like...
I know I've heard the term ambulatory wheelchair user, but I don't know if you can apply that term to canes.
But yeah, it's something like that. Like, he can walk without it, but it's more for, like, the bad flare-ups when his fucking body's... Your great-grandma was built like a wobbly chair! She was!
She was turned into a wobbly chair.
Yeah. Intentionally, or unintentionally, she was built like a wobbly chair. I am familiar with Trick or Treat! I love Sam. Sam, the Halloween mascot. I love him. Good boy. Punishing people who are mean on Halloween.
Punishing as in, like, we'll stab you, or punish you as in we'll shit in your shoes?
A little bit of both. Sam's a cutie. You've seen him before. He's the kid with the lollipop and the potato sack head.
Mm-hmm.
He's all over Spirit Halloween, which is good because I love him. I feel like slitting throats with a lollipop for blowing out a jack-o'-lantern is a step too far. No. No, Heart.
We got a cursed fun fact redeem.
Yeah, give me a sec.
James, is it a cane to look fabulous, or do you need it? If you don't mind me asking.
I like this one. Margays pretend to be frightened baby monkeys to lure in their parents and then eat them.
What is that animal you said?
A margay?
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, it's a wild cat. Thank you. Look fabulous, but I'll use it if I need it, but I did bring it to MomoCon last year, but it was kind of solid. Thank you, Crooked One. Funny cat. Funny cat will eat the funny monkey. Yeah, that's part of why I gave Adam, weird eyes.
Much like the book. His striking yellow eyes.
I have a bit in my head for, like, when you go down Adam's route proper, and you talk to, Victor. By the by, a fun note about Victor is that Victor is, like, I'll have to do the math, but he will have been, Victor the Fourth. So he's, like, a descendant of the original Frankenstein. But, there's a bit where you can talk to Victor, and you can ask him, like, how Adam was made. It'll open with, like, well, I'm so glad you asked, as a matter of fact. And then he'll start, like, and then it'll just go, and the text will say, Victor then proceeds to explain things to you, and using as little jargon as he can, which means that it's full of jargon and you don't understand a single word that he says.
I need one line from Harper.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Harper will be more in Adam's route. Just like, yeah, he did shoddy work, honestly.
Well, the whole bit.
He's a man, but at what cost?
At what cost? Well, because the bit is that Adam is actually incredibly well put together, all things considered, but Adam is a first draft. There's a whole element to his story, because we've talked about this, right? Is that, Victor is waiting for him to, quote-unquote, stabilize. And spoilers, in-game, he never will. Because I wanted to use his story as an opportunity to talk a little bit about chronic illness. So he'll never stabilize. But he, you have the opportunity while you're... The thing is that we're waiting for two things. We're waiting for him to either stabilize or die. Because if he dies, then it means that the research can continue. So Adam has, like, a whole conversation you can have that revolves around the fact that people are waiting for him to either get better or drop dead. They don't really care about him the way he is now.
which is a very good conversation about disability that I don't think I've seen a lot of people talk about in media.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what it kind of always feels like. Like, even as an outsider who's close to people who are chronically ill. Exactly, it's the idea that either they get better or they die. You never really stick with that character throughout the length of their story. And it feels like that with people, too, right? Like, it always feels like the people around them are just either waiting for them to become healthy or drop dead. There's really...
When a lot of chronic illnesses just don't work like that either.
Yeah. Where's Skrunk? Skrunk is not well, and I need to fix him. I would like to try and fix him before the end of the subathon, but I have to catch Crafty at a moment where he's not busy.
I feel like Harper would have a lot of thoughts about, like, you know, Adam not being treated as a person.
Who put Adam together? Victor von Frankenstein the Fourth.
It's Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
Cobbled this poor man together and is just waiting for him to either die or stabilize.
The joke's on you. He won't. Smile.
No.
I didn't get a chance to. I was doing stuff. Ah. Where the fuck?
Because Harper wouldn't, like, infantilize or, like, baby Adam in or whatever. But the mom instincts kick in and being like, you're treating your child terribly. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Be nice to him. He's baby. Adam is baby. Non-infantilizing. Because Adam is baby. Adam is a sweet man.
Maybe Harper adopts him, who knows? But I'm physically like 40, doesn't matter.
I'm like in my 40s.
Doesn't matter.
What an interesting legal battle that'd be. Because actually, like...
I know...
Because actually thinking on it, I don't know what you would class Adam legally as.
She would never put him under a conservatorship because he is his own person and he can do whatever the fuck he wants, but, like, Harper probably would be like, mine now. Victor's a terrible father. Stop it.
It's actually correct, but... I was gonna say, that's kind of it, though, is, like, I don't... Because now you've raised a very interesting question in my head.
Uh-huh.
Is what Adam would legally be. Because I genuinely don't know if Adam would legally be considered a person.
I know that's something we've talked about before.
Like, it's one of those things, right? Specifically because he was made? Like, because he was, like, made in a lab? I don't know if he'd... If by, like, the letter of the law, if he'd be considered a person or not, or if he'd be a construct.
Because he has autonomy.
He does. He's sapient and, like...
Has thoughts and feelings. I mean, like... Adam was made of other people, but, like, when you get down to brass tacks, he was given life not unlike... Obviously in a different way, but, like... He was given life like how just two people just fuck and make a baby. Just without the sex part.
I mean, yeah, you could consider him, like, a test tube baby, more or less, but, like... It's like getting an organ transplant, except it's all of you. But that's just it, right? I want to try adding a detail here and see if I like it. If I don't like it, I'll get rid of it in the line art, but I want to...
It's how much do you want to explore that in Monster Match is the question.
In the story, I don't think I do, because it just doesn't add anything to, like, that would detract from the point. This fun, funky, fresh metaphor is brought to you by the chronically ill. So I feel like debating on whether or not he's a person kind of mixes that metaphor.
Yeah. It's like, how ableist do you want your society to be in Monster Match?
Yeah, because, like, I think that's an interesting question that could be explored, but, like, I think for the sake of keeping that... Because that could run into, like... That could... Like, I think that's interesting. I think exploring that and the laws surrounding, like, a man-made person is a very, like, interesting narrative through line. I think combining that with the commentary on the chronically ill that I'm writing would get a little eugenicsy, and I don't think I want to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's a different ball for a different game entirely.
Yeah.
Like, interesting to think about, but not for this story with Adam specifically.
Yeah. We'll put that in the folder.
Harper does keep it professional, but is just like, look, if he's treating you like shit, you always have a safe space with me, I promise. And you don't have to use any of that, I just think it's funny for my own little head narrative.
I like that. I think it's cute. I like the idea of, like... I like the idea of the YN, like, talking to Harper, like, while he's, like, cleaning up, like, after he's showering or whatever, after a session. And you can be like, yeah, Victor's a real piece of work, and then she's like, oh, you don't have to be nice, he's a fucking asshole.
He's the worst. I don't know whether there would ever be a situation where Victor and Harper would be in the same room, but, like, I just love the idea, like, maybe it's a scene that the player can come in on, like, when Adam's not around, like, maybe he's getting ready for PT or something, And Harper's just like, I know how his body works better than you do. I made him. And
shoddily, might I add.
it would just have to be worded in a way where Harper's not ableist.
Yeah.
But I like the bit.
Because the bit is that, like, Victor cares, but, like, in a weird kind of way. Like, he's objectively a bad father. Like, that's the thing, right? Is, like, he is a bad father. But it's because he kind of doesn't see himself as Adam's father? And I think that's probably why. Yeah, I like that detail. I've been meaning to give him, like, a... because typically they're smaller, but I like the idea of it being just prominent. Fuck it.
You made a person. As someone who has made a lot of people, I know what constitutes as being a parent.
Yeah, the notion is, like, he's objectively a bad father, but he doesn't consider himself a father. He considers himself, like, Adam's primary care physician, which is just not right.
No.
You said he has yellow eyes. No, I said, like, in the book, I wanted to give him, like, incredibly unique eyes. I wanted to give him eyes that stood out. The idea is that they're organ transplants. They're two different people's eyes, is the point. This isn't Victor, this is Adam. And I could see Adam being voiced by Travis Willingham.
Yes, you said the right thing this time, Memo.
How Adam was made, if his like the original Frankenstein book, grave robbing is illegal. Okay, so this is actually fun. So in Monster Match, Adam is actually a grant project. So Adam is made, was made, air quotes, ethically. Victor assembled his, family's old notes from several decades of, like, attempting to do this. Reformulated it in theory. And then he said, like, I would like a grant of, like, X dollars and X, like, donated organs. And I can do it. I can make a man.
This is really funny. It may be a little fucked up and not the vibe at all, but I think it'd be really funny that if on Adam's character playlist you have Am I a Man from the one of the newer Muppet movies?
Or am I a Muppet?
Only as a bit.
It's so fucking... Cause, like, so yeah, he's made... He is, quote, ethically sourced.
He's ethically sourced, ethically made, probably. He has permission to make him.
Yeah. I have a bit that, so, the difference is that, Victor uses a kind of, necromancy in order to, like, do certain bits. It's why Adam's eyes look like that. A noted detail is that it's one of his few defects, because, like, no matter how many times they change and implant them because of the necromancy, it always sort of... he just always is gonna look a little spooky. So I thought it would be funny that Adam technically has an older brother, air quotes, who's just a fucking living skeleton. Because the point for the point of the necromancy, like their big sticking point, was the idea that it would work in perpetuity. That it'd just keep going and going and going instead of, like, requiring energy to be fed to it every so often. So Victor reanimated a skeleton with these particular abilities. And kept him alive for, like, 4 years without having to feed it any more energy. So it's the idea that he's created, like, a perpetually living creature. That was his first big scientific achievement. I'm not inviting a skeleton to our wedding. He's my brother.
Adam, if you're not getting enough to eat at home, I always have plenty. You're welcome to come over anytime.
That's not... no, that's not the issue. Welcome to my digestive system was actually for realsies cobbled together. My body processes food like garbage. What would he eat? What would my family say? That's just it. You save money on the catering. You don't have to feed him. He's just here. What's funnier, the idea in my head that he doesn't eat anything and just kind of, like, makes Brooke One Piece style jokes about it, or the idea that like Brooke One Piece, he does eat and no one knows how or why.
Because he doesn't need to, because, like, he was alone by himself for a long time.
So I like the bit, part of me really likes the bit that, like, he'll eat like anyone else will. And that he super does. And it's like, what the fuck? How? So it's like, I don't know. Princess Peach discourse?
So they changed the box art on the new Princess Peach game a little bit. They changed her face to be more at a downward angle. She looks a little like it's still the same Nintendo art style, but her face inadvertently looks a little bit more like the movie as a result because of the facial expression, and people are big mad about it.
Why? What a weird detail to get... weird, minute detail to get upset about. Fucking... oh no? Air quotes? God forbid?
Dog, I don't know.
She has expressions, therefore she is butch. Yeah, I don't know. Huh? We've made Kirby frown on the box art repeatedly, and
It's really funny every time.
it's hilarious every time. I don't know why we care. He's not anything! He's the super tough Pink Puff. He's fucking marshmallow cream. What's your fucking point?
But yeah, if Adam suffers from tummy problems, Harper would be like, if you're ever out of whatever you need that doesn't make your stomach cringe, I got you, baby.
Adam always has tummy problems. See, okay, you say that in jest, like, oh, expressing your feelings is a masculine trait, but like, no, it's not. I think the thing about this that gets me is, like, isn't historically, like, being emotive and expression, and, like, having, like, a wide range of expressions and, like, being emotional, isn't that traditionally, like, a woman trait?
I mean, the new face is a little, it's kind of the DreamWorks face with the eyebrow.
Yeah, so I don't get, like...
I don't know, it's
almost as if gender roles are cringe, and I don't understand.
Like, I probably prefer Peach's expression on the Japanese box art more too, but like, it's a weird thing to get pressed about.
I don't understand why motherfuckers can't be like, huh, I like the Japanese box art better, and like, that's it. Me and Adam taking ibuprofen together. Yeah, yeah.
Harper is constantly stocked with things like lactates and other things.
Every so often, he will eat something he is not supposed to and simply die, and then just be like, no, I did it out of spite. A, I did it to spite my father. B, pizza's really good.
Shoves an entire box of lactates in his hand.
Are there any parts of Adam that belong to Junko? No, he's all men. Mainly out of...
Hey, baby doll.
Thank you for gifting 10 more subs! Oh my goodness! Waiting for...
So that means we're at 336. I mean, we're at 236 now.
There we go. Yeah, we are now at 236. The bar is a liar. Thank you so tremendously much. Let's get to our extended goals. What does that mean? It means that we're drawing Pokemon Creepypasta, and we are 4 gifted subs away from doing a Monster Smash or Pass. If you gift 4 more subs before the end of this stream, despite what the fucking bar tells you, because it's wrong, you will get the Monster Smash or Pass stream. But now I need to draw some Pokemon Creepypasta, which will be fun. Would you smash the Babadook? No. Listen, I deal with my depression enough as it is. I don't need the manifestation of it in my home, let alone, to fuck me more than it already does. Oh yeah, the Busta Rhymes versus Michael Myers, that's, yeah, that's $250. Which will also mean that I have to start prepping more stretch goals! I didn't think we'd get this far. And the month's not even half over yet. Before the end of this stream, can we see 4 more gifted subs? Perhaps? Perhaps?
When I'm done here, I will pull up the chicken cam and I will give the chicken another piece of watermelon.
That's true! It does also mean that the chicken will get another piece of watermelon.
But if we get 4 more subs, she'll get 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm. Been trying to work more with, eye shapes in character design, and I think it's starting to pay off.
Yeah.
Monster Smasher Pass stream, get Lovecrafty and horror crafty magic microwave pants. Need the... Here's where the coloring of this one's gonna get interesting. Welcome to Heaton has to divvy up skin tones. So this is the head. So the head and this arm. Okay, so the head and this arm have the same tone, so... Eye shapes are easy. 2 horizontal lines and connect them with the line in the middle. You're so funny. Har, har, har. You're a funny man. You think you're funny, don't you?
So I have decided that instead of uploading all of them separately, or in one big, like, photo post on Tumblr, I'm putting together just a one big page compilation so that you can see them all at once and it doesn't just flood my Tumblr with sketches.
Understandable. But somebody asked earlier, and I missed it, yeah, his torso is all... his legs connect at the hip, but you can't see it in this one because he's wearing underwear, because I didn't feel like drawing his dick.
Because, like, he had to be given someone's face.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine that he has feelings about that.
Yeah, his head, that V shape, that is, his head, that's all one piece as well. Yeah, he has a lot of feelings about, like... Well, he has a lot of feelings about being made of people, truly. Like, a big thing...
Mother, I am the people.
Mother, I am people. Well, his, like, one of his big narrative through lines is the fact that, like, he doesn't know how much of the things that he likes are him, and how much are the people he's made up of.
Is that something that's going to have an answer, or is it something that's gonna be...
Well, it's kind of like, it's just sort of an existential thing, you know? Because, like, like, it's a phenomenon that actually happens with people who get organ transplants. That they, like, they feel different. They feel, like, sometimes they'll get a different craving or something and then find out later it was a craving for a food that their host body used to like, you know? And it's always a question of, how psychosomatic is that? Like, is that something that, because you're thinking about yourself in terms of being partly someone else, that parts of your interests and things change because you're thinking about another person being a part of you, or is that just part of who you are biologically? If you get the hands of a pianist, does that muscle memory transfer to you because you now have those muscles, so to say, you know? And I think that's an interesting question. I think most of that's psychosomatic.
Yeah.
But, like, I think there's something to be said about it, you know? Because if you're one of those people I was about to say, if you're one of those people who believes in, like, the soul, I think that at least a little bit of you is left behind in your body.
And, like, I would say that, like, it's okay to, like, say, like, the body that Adam is made up of has a craving for, like, I don't know, olives. Like, you've had a craving for olives recently, right?
I do like olives. Fun fact.
I would say that it's, even if it didn't necessarily come from him as a new person and it came from the body that he was, constructed of, like, I would think that that's okay to claim that. It's okay to claim that as your own, even if it did come from someone else.
Right. And I would more or less agree. Because it's the same idea to me as, like, you can be taught to like something by, like, you can be taught to like something by somebody else. Like, somebody can show you that you like something, and then you get into it and enjoy it, you know? I don't think that's any different.
Yeah, like my dad fed me on Harrison Ford, that being Indiana Jones and Star Wars, and now they're, like, core parts of my personality. So, like, it's not wrong for me to say that I like those things just because my dad showed me them.
Never thought of Godzilla as a horror thing.
I mean, it technically is.
Maybe.
I mean, Godzilla was created for, like, talking about how nuclear war is terrible, actually. And that's terrifying, because Japan got the sun dropped on them twice.
Actually true.
I did not know we were discussing Godzilla. Not that this displeases me in any way. I'm a big Godzilla fan.
You arrived at the perfect time.
Indeed. The question is, what's your favorite incarnation of Godzilla?
I'm not a big Godzilla person, so I don't have a particular favorite. I just think Godzilla's neat.
I'm the same way. I don't know much about him other than him being a nuclear war metaphor.
Well, he was. not really so sure if he is anymore. Also,
I was gonna say, I like...
possibility that... Sorry, there's a lag. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, the only other thing I know is that Mothra is a women's rights icon, and I love that for her.
Well, I mean, she did somehow, like, mess up Death Ghidorah, which... kind of odd that you can even do that in general, but much less that Mothra could. Not anybody to sniff at, I'll tell you that much. Also, like, it's been uncovered a high possibility that Godzilla wasn't just inspired by, like, you know, stop motion of King Kong and stuff. He may very well have been inspired by a Max Fleischer Superman cartoon, which
Hell yeah.
is interesting.
Love to see cross-cultural influence.
Well, I mean, Scrooge McDuck's the entire reason why we have anime, so...
It's true. And Betty Boop is the reason why anime women look like that.
Based. Also, we wouldn't have had, like, the Magic Girl genre without Bewitched, which is a very interesting thing to recognize.
All of you who like Sailor Moon, say thank you.
Yes, say thank you to not even the show itself, but just the intro animation is what inspired Sally the Witch, which was the base for all anime Magic Girls. So take that as you will.
May I read to you a funny Tumblr post?
Always.
So these are screen caps from r/d&d circle jerk.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good slur for people with two legs? Hey guys, in my next campaign I'm playing a racist centaur. Somehow all my characters end up racist. I don't know. What's up? Someone put in, what's up, front nuts? I know this is old, but I was trying to do the same thing, and it came to me. Jockey. Not only does it mean someone who rides a horse, but also someone who struggles to achieve anything. Oh, thanks. I got kicked out of the group a while ago for being too racist. What's the story? My DM wouldn't let me fit through a tight hallway in a dungeon, so I sent a bomb threat to his workplace.
In the campaign, right?
In the campaign, right?
Like, it was campaign, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad that Wandering caught onto that too. Somehow all my characters end up racist. My brother, you keep making the characters. I don't know how that keeps happening. Anyway. Criminy. Almost done.
I don't know how to feel about Yoshi P wearing the Ashhole watch.
Oh, is he wearing a Richard Mills?
Yeah.
Noise. We had
Sus noise.
We had our horologist, our lover of horology, Justin, tell us that Richard Mills watches are only for rich assholes because they cost millions of dollars but look like you pulled them out of a gumball machine. And so now Brooke and I are just, like, out here looking for the environmental storytelling of who is wearing a Richard Mills watch.
They're just expensive to say that you have money.
Because they're heinous! They're so ugly!
Only the ones that are, like, they're, like, okay otherwise. It's when you get to the ones that look like you pulled them out of a cereal box where they're really ugly and they do the weird colors and they look like they're cheap plastic.
They look like you get them out of a claw machine. Like you won them out of those claw machines that have, like, the plastic diamonds in them, that they're in, like, a plastic case that's meant to look like glass, that you get out of the front of a movie theater. That's what they look like. They're heinous. I hate them. Who decided? It is the Avi. Hello.
Yeah, no, man, it's real. I was like, oh yeah, we're back on schedule for what? Nope, break next week.
Sucks.
Mouth. We got 2 in a row though. Hell yeah, come. 2 hits.
2 hits is great. I'm okay with that.
Did you just ask? Did you just ask who decided on that, Heaton?
Yeah, who decided that? Who decided that those ugly ass watches were?
That would be me. I think it was an aesthetic choice. I think I did a good job, and the committee agrees. How dare you?
Hey man, it's all right. We could all disagree on things. Personally, I think Millions Knives is a dumb name.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. It's not a Richard Milles. It's a Rolex Daytona, which is still a status piece, but it's not the asshole watch.
Also, I do think, like, this is a thing, right? Big Bex says don't call Godzilla cheesy. I think that Godzilla's absolutely cheesy, but I don't think that's a derogatory term. I love things that are cheesy. Things that are cheesy rule.
Yeah, it's like how Resident Evil 4 is.
Well,
Yeah.
I will never forgive that game. But more importantly, like, it also depends on the Godzilla film. If we're talking about like Showa Godzilla, there's a lot more cheesiness there as compared to Heisei Godzilla, which is what most Americans think in the modern age when it comes to Godzilla. Now, if you want a good mixture of serious and cheesy, Final Wars is the best option. That movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to watch the drop kick. I want to watch Godzilla do that drop kick that one time.
I mean, that was a good film simply because of that and the fact that they did it twice. But I don't know if it beats him like turning around and using his nuclear breath to fly.
That's a good one.
I saw that bit.
The only way to make that better is if he does a rider kick afterwards.
Well, the thing is, like, one of the original directors of the film flat out said that, like, you ruined Godzilla with this.
Well, no.
What a bitch.
This is the same guy who, like, wrote him as a warning about nuclear warfare and, like, how terrible it is. So, you know, I don't blame him.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess that's like Kojima being really mad about Rising because of how like not a stealth game it is.
God, I love
Well,
Revengeance.
I also know they were kind of chasing after, like, the Gamera money at the time, too, which is why they softened Godzilla as a character, so.
Mm-hmm. Gamera's cool.
I hear he's made of turtle meat.
Big monster cool.
The mental image of Yamato flying with his ice breath is very funny.
I thought you were gonna say Yamato flying on Gamera, and I was gonna be like,
This has been the quickest one so far.
Even seen how?
Have I what?
Have you even seen how Have you ever seen how Gamera flies?
I think so.
"Beep."
Yes! I've seen the funny speed! It's so good! It's so good! Just tucks in and that shit rules. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's motherfuckers who are like, oh, cheesy derogatory. No, cheesy enthusiastic. Cheesy excited.
Heaton,
Mm-hmm.
I reiterate. Have I shown you the best cutscene in God Hand?
Yes.
Okay, good. I show the one where the fucking he's like, well, Olivia's better than that crazy bitch, and then the fucking 3 guys pop into the room.
Yes!
Like, that was my review of the game.
Like, joke's on you. I did check my time lapse. I remembered this time. Ah!
She's growing. Her brain is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
Listen, I got so far. I got like fucking 10. I got like 9 days in before I forgot.
Oh, well, who knows?
This is why 100%. Like, I have to stress to the people around me who, like, when I talk to a no person, I have to be like, hey, if I don't message you back, it's not because I don't like you, it's because I'm stupid and forgot. And I've had people be like, well, that's not you know, like, that's obviously, you know, a bit. You're lying. I'm like, no. Like, this is literally my job, and I forget to hit record so often.
Dude,
I forgore. If I'm not thinking about it and I'm in a hurry, I will simply forget. I forgot my fucking wallet when we were traveling cross country. Motherfucker, I forgot, like, I forget shit that is wildly important constantly. The only reason I don't forget to take my medication every day is because it's become part of my routine, and therefore, it takes effort for me to have to forget. I have to be, like, sick. Oh, you're right, Brooke, you need to feed the chicken.
I will feed the chicken. I didn't know if you wanted to do that or push
Well,
it for next time. Just give me a second. Let me get my shoes on.
If it's any consolation, Heaton, sometimes I mess up on recording too. Like when I recorded that final call at Veritas, and I only recorded my side of the audio. The only plus to that is that everybody now has a clear audio recording of me saying, "Ephraim, I'm going to strangle you."
Good. Finally, I need that as a soundbite.
Yes,
God.
hello, baby. Hello,
Also,
Chi-Chi.
Dean, did you look at that new Dragon Ball at all?
No.
I'm gonna put
Dragon
some
Ball baby.
I'm gonna put some images in no mic.
Oh man,
Jiren! I don't know how we're gonna beat this enemy! Son Goku, we must unite our powers before bedtime!
I kept seeing, is it Dragon Ball or are they doing a Dragon Quest thing?
Hey, hey, Heaton. I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who made Dragon Quest?
Well, no, I know that, but that's what I mean is I keep seeing, like, I keep seeing the same two images next to each other and then people talking about Toriyama, and I'm like, is this a new Dragon Ball thing? And there's like a director that worked on Dragon Quest, or is this a Dragon Quest thing and they're talking about to Toriyama about it? I don't know what's going on.
Well, there is a new Dragon Quest going on, which I will be playing because it is not a turn-based RPG and is therefore fun. But this new Dragon Ball show, I believe it is pronounced Dragon Ball Daima,
Mm-hmm.
is GT2, baby. Everyone hated GT and only liked it when Goku was an adult, so they turned all the characters into kids.
Oh! She almost jumped out!
She jumped up on the ledge. Let me know when we're good.
You're good!
Okay.
She tried to jump out!
There you
This is a
go.
weird chicken. This is a weird ass chicken.
I had to nudge her back in with my fucking arm, one-handed.
She does that all the time.
What a fun.
Only because
What a
there's
fun
a
chicken.
treat of fucking... There's watermelon on the line.
Watermelon.
4 more and she gets another one. The thing is busted. Don't ignore the total. We're at 236.
God. I hope it's good. You know, no, actually, never mind. I hope it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you feed the chicken this morning, Keaton?
Yeah, I fed her this morning.
Okay, good. She just dumped everything out everywhere.
As is her wont and way. Little
Such a
bit.
loud clock.
Loud box. Could we get a bagok, perhaps? We feed her, like, good chicken food as well, but her snack of choice, her snacky of choice is watermelon.
Finally nice outside.
I have seen your chickens, Big Mac. Borb. I feed her every morning. The little baby. Thank you, chicken correspondent.
You're welcome.
Smash has no narratives. That's because Smash has no stakes. Don't you think grand finals would be way more interesting if they were suspended above a pool of hungry sharks and every time you lose a stock, your chair gets slightly closer to the hungry shark water? Finally, Smashers are useful.
So casual reminder, is it tomorrow or Sunday that I'm on Open Lab?
You're on Open Labs are on Sundays.
Okay, so Sunday. Alright. But it's this week, right?
Yes, I think so.
Let
The
me-
15th. That's what check the
I'm
collab
checking.
chat.
I'm
It's
checking.
there.
I'm checking. Give me a second, I'm checking.
I'm everyone's secretary.
And then we don't have anything tomorrow, do we?
I don't think we have anything tomorrow, but we do have Wild Wild West next Saturday. So
Yeah.
you can't do the morning stream.
Which will be weird.
But you can.
Instead of doing the
Yeah.
I'll be just doing the afternoon stream instead of the
And then on Monday we have to record Star Wars games, so no afternoon stream.
where the fuck is the info for... Oh, it's here. Okay, hang on. I'm not stupid. Don't... Shut... Yeah, okay, it's this week. It's the 15th. Yeah. Okay. So... So yeah, today... So today there will be no evening stream. There'll be no second stream because I'm running Waterdeep tonight. Tomorrow there will be 2 streams. There'll be a morning and an afternoon, and then Sunday there will only be the morning stream.
And Monday there will only be the morning stream.
And Monday there will also be the morning stream. Well, that will get appended in the new schedule.
Yeah.
Because I thought I could handle it and then realized I can't. So yeah, that'll be appended in the new... So I'm just telling you now because the schedule's wrong. Oh, we're not recording...
You don't put...
We're not recording Waterdeep anymore. Now we're just doing it for fun. We've had too many, like, weird interruptions to record it at this point.
Could have just waited to start posting them, but...
Coulda, but yeah, so today this is the only stream. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, All Might.
Man, I've been falling for a
while. Dude, I can't believe it. There's a real joke in My Hero abridged.
But yeah, so today it's only this. Hands you Adam. So I will see you tomorrow. So let me check. What's tomorrow's prompt?
All Might.
Tomorrow's prompt is... Oh,
You just look at
tomorrow's
it,
prompt
actually,
is
it's All Might.
Parasite. Okay.
Oh, cool. You can draw me.
Shut up. But I'm going to send you over to our lovely Lich Lord, Amandal. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Goodbye!
Why?